somewhere in the crowd there.
Like, share and subscribe for more stories.
In the valley of the Weser River lay the town of Hamelin, a place of cobbled streets and timbered houses where church bells rang each dawn. Yet beneath its painted shutters and merchant stalls, a darkness crept. The town was plagued by an endless swarm of rats, creatures that gnawed at grain, fouled the wells, and carried sickness through every home. They poured from cellars, scuttled along rooftops, filled barns and bakeries alike. No trap could hold them, no prayer could drive them out. The people despaired, their cries rising to the council, demanding salvation. And it was then, in their hour of need, that a stranger arrived. He was a tall figure, cloaked in garments of every color, his eyes sharp, his smile unreadable. At his side, he carried no sword, no staff, but a simple pipe of polished wood. He promised the council deliverance from their torment for a price. Gold, he demanded, enough to match his gift. And desperate for peace, the leaders agreed. Then he lifted the pipe to his lips, and from it flowed a melody unlike any mortal tune. High and sweet, then low and rolling, the music wound its way through streets and alleys, drifting like smoke. And from every crack, every shadow, every hole in wall or earth, the rats came forth. They followed as though enchanted, their black eyes glazed, their bodies swaying to the rhythm. The piper walked, playing his song, and the horde trailed after him, out of kitchens, out of cellars, out of the very heart of Hamelin. Through the gates they poured, a living river of fur and claw, until at last he led them to the Weser's edge. Without pause, they plunged into the rushing waters, swept away by the current until the river carried them no more, and Hamelin was free. But when the piper returned to claim his gold, the council's gratitude soured into greed. They mocked his promise, offering only a handful of coins, a fraction of what was sworn. The piper's smile vanished, and in its place grew silence colder than stone. He turned from them without a word, yet in his eyes burned a vow. Days later, on a morning bright with sun, he returned. Again he raised his pipe, and again the music filled the air. But this tune was softer, sweeter, a lullaby woven of dreams. And it was not rats that followed now, but the children of Hamelin. One by one they drifted from their homes, their games, their mother's arms, smiling as though in slumber. Through the streets they marched, their laughter carried on the wind until they vanished beyond the hills. Never again were they seen. Only one child remained, lame and left behind, to tell the tale. And so Hamelin learned too late the price of broken promises, for the piper's song was never meant to be denied.